Hi everyone, this is Suzanne Wagner and welcome to the Numerology and the Astrology for July 28th, 2020. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 21, and if you add the 2 and the 1 together, you get the number 3. The number 3 is the number of positive mind. It is about learning to reframe the negative to the positive and rolling with the punches and having a sense of humor. So it is also associated with having like a roller coaster. Like life feels a little like a roller coaster because when you're up and you're feeling really good. But when you're down is the test to see if you can actually stay positive. So it's kind of an indicator that some people might be feeling down tomorrow because I'm doing this a day in advance. So just kind of be ready for getting hit with some negativity and then trying to navigate that in some way. So the number 3 is about positive mind, but it's again about reframing, like how do you reframe things? And to me, sometimes really scary, intense things have to happen in order to get people to wake up. How many times in your life have you said, I'm not going to let go, I'm not going to let go, I'm not going to let go, I'm not going to change, I'm not going to change. And then finally the universe says, you will let go or I will break your arms. And that's when we change. And so I wish that we would not change when we're under tremendous distress and duress. But the truth is that that's often when we actually change. So we're in one of those times, obviously, in the world. And this is what it's going to take. And so to me, I reframe it and saying, well, great, we're going to change. We're going to change and we're going to, have this opportunity to create a different world, a world that hopefully is based on more truth and more clarity. But we'll see. It's like this is that process that's unfolding. Where is the heart and soul that is the hope that this country was founded upon? I believe it's there. I believe that we can reclaim what appears to be lost. The number 3 is about staying positive in the face of hate and dysfunction. There are moments when you realize that no one can take away your faith and hope for the evolution of humanity, but you must also deal with the raging dysfunction that also colors so many minds and hearts with confusion that is intended to inflame the darkest side of mankind's inability to gracefully change. We are changing. The question will be, what are we changing into? The astrology for today. The moon intensifies all the emotional drama as it transits Scorpio. Feelings are coming from the bowels of our most suppressed selves. It is a great moment to dive into those unresolved emotions and finally heal them. But some people may lash out with them as a weapon and intend to cause suffering. Never a good choice in the long run. Immediate gratification by getting those feelings out of you and sliming others is never really productive. And what you slime others with will also slime you with a slap of karma that will follow you around for much longer than if you looked deeper into what you are feeling and simply asked the question, why? What we feel is usually covering up things like fear, insecurity, wounding, and grief. We look at someone to blame. But first, we have to look at the stories we tell ourselves and decide if they are true or a clever cover-up to make us feel better. A friendly connection between Jupiter, Mercury, and Neptune gives you the ability to have more empathy, something that is much needed at the moment. You have to trust your deepest self. What all of us are navigating is unprecedented, and none of us have a clear reference point for what are the best choices in such chaos. Mercury and Mars will clash with the asteroid Pallas, and this will bring a type of mental confusion that makes things feel as if they are going to break down and shatter the remaining illusions of our personal greatness. I know that your plans are going to have to alter even more, and I know you have done a lot of shifting already. It will temporarily take the wind out of your sails and make you want to stop, rethink almost every choice over the last few months. You cannot push, so wait for a clear signal from the universe or know to go slow, as you do not have the necessary information that allows for a clear feeling of certainty at the moment. My quote for today. Can you smell the decay from far, far away? The stench creeps in like a rotting pigskin. It is the rot of hate and fear. It is the smell of those insincere. You cannot run, nor can you hide from the freedoms that have long since died. What will you do when the death and decay takes us on the path to a doomsday? You cannot escape when they take your peace. You cannot run from hate that will not cease. From that point on, how will you explain to your children that are now shackled in chain? Sorry. Will you let this happen? Will you stand and fight? Will you let this government control you with spite? Or will you stand for each and every one? Will you let them take everything until you have none? Stand and fight for what is right. Stand for truth and our country's youth. Stand for freedoms that have been taken away, and perhaps someday the hate and dismay will turn around and come back to peace, and there will be no need for secret police. And my quote for today. Do you have a secret that eats at you? Do you hold hate as the glue that keeps you stuck defending a lie, that holds you tight pretending to be an ally? I believe that hate destroys all it creates. It is a date with the devil that frustrates. It robs you of light, it robs you of love, it holds you in density instead of flying above. You have the power to break free of hate's grasp. It is a deadly bite from a toxic asp. The poison creeps in and takes away your life. It exhausts your soul with endless strife. Take back your life. Take back your control. Otherwise, your life energy will be used to bankroll a government of hate, a government of greed, those that have only the intention to make you bleed. I choose to use my life force for a greater good, not an evil hidden behind a bloody hood. Thanks, everyone.